All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now running right through it. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Allen off the play fake. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Set! Green, 39!
From the gun, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that one results. In 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll go on the ground. Down to the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On play action, Allen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
So the Patriots coming out now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Wait, 20. Regular. Check it back. Wait, 20. Go.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Detroit!
Throwing now is Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal.
By 20! By 20!
He's going to get it running right. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play it.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it back. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Boston Scott, his first carry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Let's go. Hey, Alabama.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. He'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Now Allen. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this, and I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Set. 3-19.
Allen now on 1st down. Now he's forced out left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Gone. No. Check. Patriot. Gone.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. From the gun, Allen being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for the Patriots. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Like 20. 20.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Again, this is Kamara, down right around the 25. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll drop the throw. And he fins it. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
50. Like 20. Sugar. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. second down. Here's Allen. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arm saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run on first down. Scott, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen. He'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit!
And here's Allen operating from the gun. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
On first down, Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Washington, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are in for 6.
Here we go.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again.
Go! Wide! 54!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Gets it off to Freeman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now back to throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. In for the score. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here come the Bills. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, Alabama.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
20.
He'll look to throw. Left side, it's Dorsett. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now out come the Bills. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And it's a New England Patriots touchdown. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily.
He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 78 yards. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Barrett, on the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Fighting nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Here's Allen to throw it, escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Alpha. Stop. Like 20. Like 20. Let's go. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Bills will take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.